What the Flux is brought to you by DeLoreanRental.com. If you're looking to rent a DeLorean time machine, DeLorean Rental has you covered. They have time machines all across the United States, the UK, Germany, France, Italy, and adding more cars daily. Check out all of their packages to see what would best fit your event at DeLoreanRental.com or call 708-292-0236.
Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott!
All your questions will be answered. Roll tape.
Live from the former Institute of Future Technology in Orlando, Florida, you're listening to What the Flux with your hosts, Anthony Furtado, Todd Henge, Caitlin Larkin, and Eugene Schnee.
That's right, folks. Not even a little hurricane could stop the amazing show from happening. It's Eugene, still alive, barely. And with Mr. Birthday Boy himself, Mr. Todd, how are you?
Oh, I'm great. I feel amazing. 32 years young and...
32, look at that. 32 with a mustache that says I'm 50.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if you guys can hear me through my mustache.
Is it true that your mustache has its own, like its own agency?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
It's actually copyrighted as well.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So if we...
It's insured just in case if anything happens to my mustache.
His mustache has his own TikTok account.
That's true.
Damn.
Yep.
That's like, you know what? Even Tom Selleck himself will say that's a mighty fine mustache.
That's like, hearing, from the gods of
Gods
the mustaches.
of mustaches.
Exactly.
And speaking of mustache, Caitlin, how are you?
What?
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
How are you?
That's so fucked up. I was fine. I was fine until you said that.
Speaking of mustache, hey.
Hey,
Caitlin,
Caitlin,
not that women aren't already insecure about their bodies enough, and especially getting older and the weird shit that happens to women when we get older. A lot of weird shit
happens.
It does. It's like puberty part 2. It's no fun.
Because you didn't let me finish. I was like, I must ask you.
Mustachio to talk about,
Well, folks, today's show is going to be a little bit weird, and we're going to give you a heads up. Todd's drunk still because of his birthday celebration.
Still going on strong.
It's called the How Much My Liver Can Take party.
Mm-hmm. Probably not a lot.
I'm high on drugs as it is because...
Well, you have to specify what drugs, so the police don't.
Calm down, coppers. Calm down. No, it's I actually suffered a really bad sinus attack over the weekend. I was in North Carolina visiting with friends and family. And let me
Dayquil and other sort of meds.
No, that's those are like
baby stuff.
Drugs. That's baby stuff. I got some shit that I can't even pronounce it.
You know it's good when you can't pronounce the name.
Is it hydrochloroquine?
That's one of them. All I know is that this thing looks like horse pills, and every time I take it, I go.
Interesting. All right.
Okay, so what you mean to tell me is that you are on cold medicine for your sinus infection.
Very much indeed, my friend.
So you're high as a kite right now, and Todd is hung over.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which I feel like I'm way less worse than how Eugene is feeling right now.
Yeah.
So today's show might be... Anything can happen, pretty much.
Awesome. I'm like so giddy. I'm ready.
And I'm like seeing things like, what's Anthony laughing about there? That's Anthony, right?
Yeah, Anthony is in the chair.
Oh, Anthony's there? Okay. Hi, Anthony. Why doesn't he talk?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I think he's mad at you.
He's mad at me?
He's giving you the silent treatment.
That's right.
Something tells me he's going to be giving me the silent treatment the whole show.
Oh, okay.
Well, anyway, folks, welcome again to our lovely show. We missed you. I missed you guys. We were unfortunately, we had to be, we laugh about it, but we have to be very honest. We were very lucky.
Yes, we were very lucky that the tropical storm that turned into a hurricane that I can't pronounce didn't come and kick our asses.
I thought it was Isaiah.
Right.
And then someone said on the news it was Isaias.
Isaias.
And So thanks for not showing up to Florida.
Yeah,
Isais.
so it was like 8:30 in the morning. It rained for about 20 minutes, like a torrential downpour, and then nothing happened the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I was worried because that was my birthday.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, shit. No, there's not gonna be a birthday for me. I'm gonna get blown away, and not the good kind of blown.
Heyo.
If my fiance's listening, that was for you.
This joke was brought to you by Todd. Todd's mustache.
Todd's-
Oh my God, you can't even try and do these right now, okay? Like, I know you try and do a couple every show, but
Like
you
a little
just,
zingers.
Just don't.
It's
just
bad,
don't even
man.
try today.
No, my brain has been so bad. Like literally, like it was so funny because I've been like almost. I swear to you, I'm like hallucinating stuff. This drugs, it's insane.
Are you able to drive a motor vehicle?
I was gonna say, like,
Absolutely.
how the hell did you get here okay?
Well, there's this thing about my car that I tell him where to go and he goes.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, kid.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
it's like Knight Rider.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but 2008 Suzuki spent.
Great.
I shouldn't be driving.
It's a good thing you live around the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Fun fact: to bring up Knight Rider? Did you know Kit is the voice is Mr. Feeney?
Yeah.
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 Everybody
Yeah,
knows that.
I think everyone knew that.
What?
Feeney.
Boy Meets World is the shit. If we didn't have a Back to the Future podcast, we would be having a Boy Meets World podcast.
I would not be part of that. I will not.
Well, then Todd and I would have a Boy
Yeah.
Meets
You
World
guys can
podcast.
open your own lane Boy Meets World. That show sucked. And
Whoa.
I said it. And that's not the
No,
drugs
it's because
kicking
you're too fucking old and you.
Oh my
you
No,
know,
and
you're
those are
too
not
old
the
for it.
drugs
Yeah,
kicking in.
you missed that show by like 20 years.
So what? That show sucked. The only thing I would say was that, what was that girl name? The Topanga, whatever.
Yeah.
Danielle Fishel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whatever her name is. She was.
Yeah, she made many boys happy.
Very happy. But
Anyway.
we're back, folks. High as a kite, drunk as a skunk, and
Yeah, but before we get into it, since it was Todd's birthday last week,
oh, that's right.
and you know, I figured, well,
Do you want to do it?
yeah, let's
Wait,
do
is there
it.
a stripper coming out or something?
Yes,
What's
it
happening?
is, Mr. Harrison.
Mr. Harrison, Jesus.
Oh shit! I forgot to pay that.
Oh, no.
Things have been bad, man. No, we got gifts for Todd.
Wow, guys didn't have to do
Yeah,
that.
okay, so here's the thing. So I actually gave Todd my birthday present in the parking lot by mistake, because, again, I
And
forgot.
it's not what you think, guys. He gave,
That sounded
Oh,
so
it's
wrong.
exactly what you guys are thinking.
this show's dirty.
It really is.
So we're going to reenact that exact moment that happened at the parking lot right now.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Tuk, 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 tuk,
Oh,
tuk.
yes, Eugene. Open car door.
Hello, Todd and Mr. Mustache. How are you today?
I'm great. What do you have there?
I have here something very big and special for you.
Oh my. And thank God I can already see it. It's a blanket.
It's a blanket!
Wow. And it's a nice fluffy Star Wars blanket.
It's a nice Star Wars fluffy blanket done by my incredible, talented, beautiful Dinah Palmisano from Dinosaur Designs. We wanted to do something really special, and we handmade, by the way.
I saw,
Yeah,
all
and
the
it-
corners and
Yeah.
stuff.
And it will
was
keep
cool.
you protected from the dark side, too.
Good.
Very
Speaking
good.
of the dark side,
Ooh.
this gift is for you.
What
Wow.
is this?
It's a box,
It's
folks.
a
It's a
box.
box.
What's in the box?
You gotta open it to find out.
Do you
Do we have any?
may I
like-
borrow that?
Folks,
Thank you.
this is a beautiful brown box. It has...
I didn't even bother to wrap it. I just kind of got it out of
What's
the
in it?
mailbox.
Yeah,
So
It looks like it has tape.
I saw this and I thought of you, and I was like, that is a perfect present for
All right, I am opening the
my
box.
Opening the
awesome
box.
co-host.
This
Paper.
is, folks, this is very exciting.
I am excited.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, wow!
Todd,
It's oh my God!
We
I
have a
absolutely love
boner.
this.
Oh God.
This is what I'm holding in my hand right now. It is the Series 1 Star Wars Stormtrooper Geeky Tiki little tiki mug. Wow, this is amazing.
Wow,
Thank you.
You're
thank
so
you.
welcome.
Wow. This is awesome.
I didn't know whether to get you like the giant one or maybe you had already
this
had
is-
it.
this
So
is-
I
I
thought
don't
it's
actually
cute
have it.
and
Th-
tiny.
This
so
is amazing. This
For
is
those
so
of you
cute.
that don't know, Todd's obsessed with Star Wars, especially like Stormtroopers, right? You like Stormtroopers.
I do, and tikis as well.
tikis.
And
And
tikis.
tikis.
So I got
Yes.
him, the best of both worlds.
There
Thank
you
you,
go.
thank
You're
you.
welcome.
The only one that I have of Geeky Tiki is Star-Lord, actually.
Okay, good
So,
to know.
yeah.
So
That's a
when
really nice
other,
one.
holidays and things.
We should take
Perfect.
a picture of it and post
I
it
will.
with a blanket and
Yeah.
that so people can see what we're doing.
Yeah.
And my mustache.
And the mustache.
And the mustache.
Yes.
And Mr. Harrison.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate
We
that.
got it, folks.
Happy birthday.
But we also
Thank
have
you.
another present for you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. You know what it is?
Is it Back to the Future news?
Damn right! In 3,
2.
1.
Hey, Dr. Stay. This is tomorrow's newspaper.
Could I go to the library and look myself up in the old newspaper archive?
All right, guys. So because we were out last week, we have 2 weeks worth of Back to the Future news to get through. So this may be a little longer than usual. So I apologize in advance, but we have a lot of stuff we got to cover here, and a lot of stuff that need your opinions on.
Yeah.
So first things first, Netflix took off the trilogy.
Boo. Boo.
What the fuck? Why do you think that happened?
It's a family show. What the flux?
Yeah,
Oh,
what the flux?
oh, you're right. What the flux? Sorry, I got carried away.
I'm very, like,
Because
why?
it just came on.
And we're celebrating the 35th anniversary of the movie, so what the
Right.
hell?
The only thing I could think of is that they wanted to take it off quickly because the 4K set is coming out
Boo.
in
That's lame.
October.
That's lame.
Probably you're right, but also, yeah, that's the only
I
guess.
stand by my comment. Boo.
Yeah, no, because now I have to get up, get
Yeah.
the DVDs. Well, actually, I have the Blu-rays. Get the Blu-ray, put it in the player. I hate doing that.
And the disc is actually still in my PS4. Like, so because I watch it for the show, but it's still in there. I haven't taken it
As
out.
it should be. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yep.
That's true. But speaking of Back to the Future coming out in 4K, we finally got a release date for it, and that will be.
You gotta say it with excitement for the fans.
I
out
am
there.
excited.
No, you just said that coming in 4K. No, you gotta go like 4K.
It's the drugs talking.
4K.
4K.
Yeah, so we finally got a release date for it. It's going to be October 20th of 2020, of course. And so when they dropped the images of what the set is going to look like,
Oh boy.
a lot of people online were kind of giving it shit, and I wanted to know what you guys thought about it.
Okay, so I don't really see a problem with it.
Right.
The images are kind of weird put together. Like Marty has a weird look on his face, like he's like looking up, and it is what it is. But I like how you take out the disc, the boxes, and it shows the DeLorean all connected.
I
from
thought that
three
was
different-
really
yeah.
cool as well.
I thought the front of the bus sucked. And I'll tell you why. Because here's the thing. This is a movie, like every time Star Wars comes out or whatever comes out after the years, whatever, they go out a little bit more. And yes, you're right. Last time they did it, they did went out. They
Right,
gave us a
so
great
I
stuff.
was saying to Eugene before we started recording is that the 30th anniversary Blu-ray box set was incredible. If
Yeah.
you got the deluxe set,
Yeah.
it has the flux capacitor on the front, and you push the little button and it lights up, and it's amazing, and I love it.
Well, what's to say that this year, because obviously, isn't it the whole idea that this year, I mean, especially for fans who are buying the same movie again, give us something more than just, okay, it's 4K now. Oh, it has this little thing on it. But if you're going to give us something to really be more excited about.
Right.
And the cover, honestly, I think the cover is just bleh. It's like, really? That's the best you guys could do?
I somewhat agree. I feel like they could have, had it,
Like they could have. Oh, there you go.
Wow.
They could have done something more. Like maybe have even. I mean, how awesome would it have been to bring an original cover by Drew?
Right, Drew Struzan. That would have been cool.
That
Or the
would've-
whole thing would have been a hoverboard. Like you open the hoverboard and there it is. Something.
There you go.
I
Yeah.
get it.
I got you even better. Like, why don't make I mean, again, you know, if you give collectors something big and amazing, they're gonna, money's gonna come out of nowhere.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm buying this anyway just for the extra hour of bonus material, so it's like gonna come with all the stuff that's already.
I heard they're giving us the Eric Stoltz cut in the box set.
Nah.
No, they haven't.
Nope. The one
I'm not
thing.
that high.
The one thing that I really wanted, of course, was that, and of course, it's not going to be in it.
Yeah.
But apparently, they're going to have the audition tapes in the box set, and it's
Great.
going to have Ben Stiller's audition
Oh,
when
yeah.
he was supposed to. When he auditioned for Marty McFly, and John Cryer's audition as
Yes.
well.
When he had hair.
So
John Cryer, man, he, I mean, I'm sure he's a nice guy.
Do you not like him?
Here's the thing, man. He wasn't that Superman flick, man. Like he was. That movie was just so bad. And every time I try to like him, I'm like, dude, you were in Superman.
I loved him in Hot Shots, but I never watched
I mean, Pretty in Pink.
Oh yeah, Ducky.
Yeah,
right?
He's
Ducky.
Ducky.
Yeah, he was annoying as fuck too.
Jesus. Well, I guess we all know Eugene hates.
I don't know. He was all right. It's just like I'm like, I got my things about him, but Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller, I'm really
Yeah.
interested to see that because the first thing I remember seeing Ben Stiller in back in the 90s was, of course, the Ben Stiller show
Yeah,
that was on
his own
MTV.
show.
So I'm trying to think, like, what did he look like back in 1985? This gangly, teenager. And I'm just like, oh my God, I can't even imagine him being Marty McFly. And then John Cryer went out to talk about all the different things that were different with the script when he auditioned. And I wish I would have written this down, but I'm pretty sure we posted the article on our social media.
We did.
And it was a completely different script at the time when they auditioned, and
It was the refrigerator bit.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was still the refrigerator bit. See, that's the thing about it. Is like, I wish they could have come up with something more creative to like. Can you imagine having this movie come out like in an actual DeLorean or something like that? Like an exclusive, and then you open the DeLorean, like you can take out the
Yeah,
DVD.
something
That
like
would be a
that.
huge box set. See, that needs to be saved for like the 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
You know very well I'm not gonna go spend. I can't even finish the sentence.
Yeah, of course we're
Yeah,
gonna
we're
buy
gonna
it.
spend money on that.
Give the nerds what they want.
Give the nerds what they
In
want.
25 years, it'll be in a giant DeLorean, I'll tell you that.
Jesus.
Well, I'm excited for that. What else?
Yeah.
What else you got?
So, speaking of the old Back to the Future script, Bob Gale was recently on a YouTube show called Pizza Film School. Have you guys heard of this before?
I have not, but that
So-
sounds tasty.
Pizza Film School is. I should have done more research on it. I didn't. I only watched the one episode because Bob Gale was on it. But it's the writers of the Avengers movies, basically giving tips and talking to other screenwriters and producers and directors about like behind the scenes of movie making. And so they had Bob Gale on there, and it was fantastic.
That was really cool.
Because it wasn't just a regular interview. It was
That we've seen so many times.
that we've seen. Yes, they talked about like the usual stuff a little bit to give people some background for maybe people who aren't as big of Back to the Future nerds as us. But it was mostly about character building.
Cool.
And the process of him writing the script. And I don't want to give too much away because I want people to go out and watch this. But it was just unbelievable. It's about an hour long, and it was great. It was just awesome. So definitely go and check that out. But what was funny about it is that because he's hanging out with the writers of Avengers, of course, they brought up the whole thing with Endgame.
That was my favorite part.
About,
Where they mentioned Back to
where
the
they
Future.
mentioned Back to the Future. And Bob Gale says, and I quote, "You say you mean Back to the Future's bullshit, but at the end of the day, you guys end up going back into the first Avengers movie and into the earlier Thor movies. So it really is kind of like Back to the Future."
Yeah.
So he got them there.
That's
and I
why-
was like, bazinga.
Exactly. That's why I loved about that movie, Endgame,
Yeah.
where they were reliving scenes that were in the previous movies, just like obviously when Marty goes back to 1955. It was cool. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really good episode. I just saw a friend of mine actually was the one who, you should watch this show, whatever.
Right.
And I watched it. And I especially was looking forward to that part about the Avengers, because the Avengers did a little bit of a burn to Back to the Future. That all Back to the Future fans in the theater were like,
Oh, that was me. I went, no, it's not bullshit. No.
I literally turned into like Gene from Willy Wonka. No, sir. No,
Gene Wilder.
And then it was kind of cool seeing that Bob Gale kind of like got that little pun back to them.
Yeah, he got that.
You son of a...
I was like, yes, Bob Gale. All Back to the Future fans right there. Most likely turn a little cigarette like, yes.
Which I'm trying to remember, because I know was Star-Lord in that scene? Like, I forget.
I think it was just Iron Man and
Ant-Man?
And the Hulk.
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't know. Obviously, it came out in '85, and I think Star-Lord was taken, I think in '88.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he would have seen the second one.
No.
Yeah.
No, but he wasn't involved in that, so good call on Avengers.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty funny. But we've got some more stuff to get through. Galactic Gallery, I know I mentioned this a few weeks ago. They're coming out with a special edition of the Back to the Future soundtrack. Now, Mondo created another edition of this on vinyl that's supposed to come out.
I'm waiting
sometime.
for mine.
Yeah, we pre-ordered ours.
I hate that you spend money and wait for something, and I'm like,
know.
well, now I gotta wait forever to pre-order
so
this.
the vinyl that Todd and I ordered, it's a Drew Struzan cover with a red, white, and blue vinyl, but Galactic Gallery is doing an alternate Drew Struzan cover with the vinyl looks like flames. And so there was no information on that a few weeks ago, but now they're saying that it is going to come out for pre-order in September. So if you guys are trying to get a hold of that, because I think they're only making like 3,000 copies.
Interesting.
Be on the lookout for that, but not until I buy mine, because, you know...
I thought you were going to say, be prepared.
Because I'm a vinyl nerd and I need it. This was pretty funny. Chia.
Oh, boy.
Chia.
It's coming out with a Doc Brown Chia pet.
Fantastic.
That thing was scary.
Well, the funny thing is that, of course, it doesn't look anything like Christopher Lloyd, but it looks like the Doc Brown from the animated series.
Yeah,
it does,
the cartoon.
Yes, it does, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, okay, that's
Well, here's the
random.
thing about Chia pets. They don't look good until they're fully grown. So you're going to have a bald Doc Brown with like little spuds coming out. And then like, how long does it, I never had one. How long do they last?
You know what? It's funny. Angela just recently got the Baby Yoda Chia pet. And she just put the child, I apologize.
Thank you very much.
The child.
The child.
So, honestly, I don't know.
Star Wars nerds, I got you.
And then, finally, this, I don't even know what to call it, I guess a box? I don't know. It's from this company called Dr. Collector. Apparently, they're launching their biggest box ever. Their upcoming Time Travel Memories Kit, 1885, 1955, 1985, and 2015, with more than 36 prop replicas, and pre-orders on that begin in September. But the thing is, I don't know what Dr. Collector is. I don't know what they do. So that's my bad for not doing more research, but
So
apparently
it's a subscription box?
I don't know.
It's almost like a
I didn't
one of
look
those
into
boxes that you call God, that's like a what's that thing called? That you subscribe to and they send you boxes like surprises.
Subscription box.
But like that's what he just said.
Is that what you said?
I did.
See, I don't think I don't.
Here. Jesus. How much did you take?
That's a lot.
A big dose. All right.
Dose, man.
I don't know if that's what this is because it says there's a limited edition metal plaque, a plutonium bar, 2 license plates, and 4 containers, and then it says the contents
are to be revealed soon. And it's the greatest collector kit of all time.
So the greatest collector
I
kit.
hope that it's like life size, like actual size props, not like miniature versions.
Right,
And like,
that's
it's a tiny license plate that goes on my bicycle.
No, I think these are like legit prop replicas, but there's
cool.
like 36 items in it, so this
Jesus.
thing must be
36
ginormous.
items?
Yes,
Also probably
36 prop
worth
replicas.
$1,000.
Yeah, but I have no idea what this thing costs, but
Interesting.
Arm and a leg.
I
Well, that sounds lovely.
Cool.
Don't we have a fan letter?
we do.
I've got something for you. A letter.
Who's a fan?
We received a letter from Alan.
Hi, Alan.
Alan.
All right, and I believe Alan is from England.
Ooh.
Yes, and his letter says, "Hi, everyone. I'm currently working my way through your podcast after recently coming across your podcast on iTunes.
Nice.
My love for Back to the Future started in December 1985 when our class in school got taken to the cinema. It was just before we broke up for Christmas and everyone was winding down, so to kill some time, we were all taken to see Back to the Future at the Odeon Cinema in Swiss Cottage in northwest London."
Interesting. Sounds fancy.
That's a cool school trip.
Yeah.
The film made an impression as I went out and got myself a denim jacket and remember buying a little synthesizer keyboard pin badge. I didn't know he actually wore a guitar badge. Still got the badge, and I've got my current denim jacket, and I'm trying to hunt down a body warmer vest in burnt orange or red. The following summer of '86, I got a summer job, and with my first paycheck, I bought the VHS copy of the movie, which cost me £60, which was a big chunk of change back then. Geez, £60 for a movie?
I don't know the
Well, the
currency
thing is,
equivalent.
like, £60 now for a movie is, like, a lot. That would be, like, the equivalent of, like, almost $75, like, for a movie. Like,
Shoot.
I see, like, a
Yeah,
a
because
DVD set being like that now.
VHS
but
just
like,
started coming out.
Yeah,
like,
holy
yeah.
shit. And he says he still got it, and that was the first video I ever bought. For my birthday in 1986, my dad got me the chrome version of Marty's Casio watch. I love that thing, and it came in handy in my math classes in school. Keep up the great podcast, and fingers crossed for the Stoltz cut of the movie being released, even if it's only as a DVD extra. What the hell is a gigawatt? Alan.
What
Amazing.
the hell is a gigawatt?
Giga.
Well, Alan, thank you so much for that lovely letter. I'm happy to report that Dinah actually, because I was in North Carolina, I literally just got back like 2 days ago. You know that.
I didn't even know you were gone.
Yeah, my nephew is actually he enlisted in the Marines. He's a
Neato.
Marine guy.
Simplify.
That's right, and that's one of the reasons why we went to see in North Carolina to see him over there, and he's doing great. So love you, kiddo. He actually is a fan of the show.
Awesome.
Yeah, he loves Back to the Future and everything, and all his Marines buddies over there are listening to us. So we salute you guys. Thank you for all you guys
Yeah,
do.
thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. And I did promise them that they're very excited about today's show, actually.
Okay.
But Alan, I definitely will be our new The Flux best friend of the week.
Yay, Alan, way to go.
The Flux best friend of the week.
All right, and then I can't wait to get home to actually get the package, because I got a package with the stickers and everything. So
You got them?
I did, but I've been so literally, girl, my life has been bad.
I feel you, man.
Bad.
Trying
So
to get better.
Bed. He's saying bed, not bad.
No, bad.
Bed
With an
life.
E.
Yeah.
Bad. But more into that later, because today's topic is really, really exciting. We decided one of the cool things about our show, among many others, is the fact that we like to take the liberty to be creative, if you will. You guys have seen from our topics. But today's topic is going to be interesting because we wanted to go a little too creative.
Yes, taking our creative liberties a bit,
We wanted
out there.
to do, what if Back to the Future was another type of movie? If you
Another
will.
genre.
Another genre of movie. I am a sucker for slasher films. I like a good slasher flick once in a while. Last night, I asked my girlfriend to watch with me Evil Dead.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was, how should I say, this is stupid.
Not amused.
Not amused, but you know, I mean, at least we got to see The Thing, not the original one, but the John Carpenter version, and she liked that one.
Okay.
Cool. And then Evil Dead, and she was like, eh. So 1 out of 2 is not bad.
I like the campy aspect of slasher films, not like the horror slasher. I like campy ones like Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy vs. Jason, like that. As bad as that movie is, I just love the different ways that Freddy kills his victims. It's great.
Slasher films are definitely not something for everyone because you know there is, believe it or not, there are 10 rules that you have to obey or go by for it to be considered a slasher film, which I'll go into a little subject. But I decided to do Back to the Future as a slasher film.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What about you, Kaylee?
I did mine as what if Back to the Future was a zombie apocalypse movie?
Nice.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I love my zombie flicks.
Yeah,
now, wait a minute. Let me ask you this. Because when we say zombies, especially nowadays,
there's different types.
There's different type of zombies.
This is typical old school, like, brain zombies, like Night of the Living Dead,
okay.
you know,
not
traditional...
running like zombies like World War Z.
Traditional zombie flick.
Cool. Okay, cool. What about you, Todd?
So my genre of Back to the Future is a murder mystery. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
The Case of George McFly.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we got going on for today. Now, we'll be really excited. We're going to go over our little kind of like plot stories.
Yeah.
Because if we go way too deep into this, it's going to be, like a 3-part show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to go a little bit of what we think about. And let us know what you guys think about. Like you know, which ones you guys like best, which ones you guys like the least, or like what do you would do like your own, you know? Like,
if you have ideas for your own different genre Back to the Future movie.
Yeah.
Send us a script and we'll put it into production. And
oh my God, that would be really funny. That would be amazing. If you want to write us a script, we will act it out for you.
Why not?
Interesting.
Send your scripts to whatthefluxpod@gmail.com.
Boom. Make sure you write that boom.
Boom.
So for me, to make Back to the Future a slasher film and all that good stuff, I had to follow the 10 rules. And I think you guys seen slasher films, right?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, so you probably all there agree with these.
What would you? Sorry to interrupt. What would you compare this to? What movie?
Well, the thing is that when I did this, I wanted to do it as cliche as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to tell you the top 10 things that makes a slasher film, because when I tell you the script, I want to make sure that all those 10 things are in the script.
Cool.
Example number 10, the killer is masked.
Okay.
Wears masks.
The killer always wears a mask. That's true, actually.
Cool.
In the one way or another, there's always a mask. You'll see why this is important. Sex equals death.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
Sex, drinking, all the bad stuff.
All the bad stuff.
You die.
Diversity is death, too, apparently.
Unfortunately, that is also very sad and true.
The authorities are useless.
Yes.
This is actually really interesting. All knives, no guns.
Okay.
Have you ever seen like the actual like the killer? Like, think about it: Freddy, Michael Myers, the Texas Chainsaw. I mean,
well, yeah, because guns are just too easy. Like they want to make it interesting.
Shut your whore mouth.
Like throw somebody into like a wood chipper, you know.
The creepy isolated place. There's always a creepy isolated place.
Yeah, sure, like a camp or a cabin or.
Oh, here goes. This one's for all of our blondes out there. The blonde dies first. Live fast, die young.
Sure.
Evil doesn't die, because that's where the sequels come in.
Correct.
And the final girl.
Yes, there's always
a
one.
final girl.
Yeah.
So keeping all these 10 things amazed, my movie, Back to the Future, the return of Joey the Time Killer.
Joey the Time Killer.
Joey the Time Killer. Now, obviously, the first thing you're asking yourself is, who's Joey the Time Killer?
Well, it's. Can I guess?
Who?
It's Uncle Joey.
Damn right! It's not the Uncle Joey.
Get used to these bars, kid. Cut it out.
You just combined two.
Cut it out. She literally just had an orgasm right now because this is like her combining Back to the Future with Full House. If we can combine.
Oh my god! I should have done that instead of a zombie movie.
You could change it. We haven't gotten.
Nuh-uh. This is my plot. The only way this thing could have been gotten even better if we would have seen her old face if she could have combined Back to the Future, Full House, and the Beatles together there.
You missed Kate Hudson too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Live and die.
I'd pass out on the floor.
Anyway, so as we know, let's do a little recap of Uncle Joey. My story pretty much starts, as we all know, Joey was, we don't really know that much about Joey.
No.
All we know is that he was serving prisons in 1985. He was denied parole because he was supposed to come on. Uncle Joey's not going to make it.
Uncle Jailbird Joey.
Uncle Jailbird. He's the fifth. He was born on August 28, 1954. He's the fifth child of Sam and Stella Baines. Apparently, in the early 1970s, Joey was Marty's favorite uncle.
Huh.
Yeah. Joey will allow Marty to do dangerous things. That's why. But apparently, things just didn't go in the right way for Uncle Joey. He ended up in jail. So my storyline, Back to the Future, the slasher film, Return of Joey the Time Killer. Like that.
I love it.
So,
you need to make a movie poster for it.
Oh, I will. I actually want to make in drawing all of our movie plots. I'm going to be taking notes because I'm going to make movie posters from them, and we're going to post them on our
my
What the
god,
Flux.
that's genius.
Yeah,
Cool.
so as soon as, and especially now with the drugs kicking in, it's going to be good.
Oh my god, stop.
So the way my movie starts is it's a dark night in 1985. Marty's about to go on the time. He just came back from timing with the doc and everything. But something dangerous happened. Somebody escaped from the prison. Please, I need that. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we're doing
Sorry, I was like enthralled. I'm just like sitting here listening.
No, somebody escaped from prison.
We're doing like
Yeah,
we're doing
exactly.
like a
old radio mystery show.
Exactly. That's how it's got to be. Nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows. The only thing is that anybody that had a watch was killed. Dun, dun, dun. And every time that there was only one witness, and they were like, what happened? Officer Danger, that's his name. Officer Danger from Hill Valley Police. I work a lot harder than that name. Officer Danger. And yes, he has a stash.
Cool.
And he comes over, and all they can know is that the killer goes by TikTok.
He's on TikTok?
Yes, he is. TikTok.
Amazing.
Before he kills you, he says TikTok. So, no. Apparently, this killer is looking, it's coming down. Marty and Doc Brown are looking like, what is happening? Blah, 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 whatever. But Marty has a hot day because remember, he's got to go with Jennifer to the lake.
Right.
So they're going to go to the lake with
Camp
some friends.
Crystal Lake.
I wish, but it was already the copyright. But it's called Camp Death Lake.
Why would you want to go to a place called
Camp Death Lake?
If that doesn't put you in the mood, I don't know what will. So Camp Death Lake, come here, stay for the stars.
Okay.
Go there. Oh, where all the teenagers go. And apparently, teenagers are dying left and right when Marty and Jennifer are there. They're dying every left and right. See, I'm going with all the...
Are they... Okay, so what timeline is this?
This is
are
1985.
Oh, so... You're right. So, are they in the truck?
Of course.
Okay, cool.
Well, this is like... It's kind of like one of those
sleeping bags in the back.
Yep.
Sleeping bag in the bags. But apparently, Marty and Jennifer are just making out. But their friends are,
They just wanted to park.
They're
park.
Oh, they are parking and more. But apparently, that's when Marty and Jennifer hear this tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, and then clap with a slasher and killing everybody left and right, taking names and spilling blood everywhere. And Marty is like, well, we got to get out of here. And then they're trying to escape. But then the killer decides to slash the tires of the Ford truck.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. They're trying to escape and everything. Marty has questions, and Doc, Doc, what's happening? And Doc tells him.
Doc's at the lake, too?
Jesus. What a creepo.
Now is he creeping in the bushes?
He's everywhere.
Wow.
So the Doc is like, hey, Doc's busy too, right? So he goes, well, Doc, what's happening? We're like, what's going on? And apparently, Marty, I think I should have told you this a long time ago, but I never thought that this could happen. It's your Uncle Joey. Like, well, Uncle Joey, but he was in prison. No, he escaped, Marty, and I'm afraid that he has a personal vendetta against me, against the Doc. But yeah, so he's trying to use Marty to get to Doc. But why would that happen? The problem is that back in the day, Biff wanted to break into the house of Sarah Hellsworth. Do you guys know who she is?
Sarah Hellsworth.
Doc Brown's mother.
Oh.
Doc Brown's mother. And Biff thought that Biff always thought that the fire that burned down the Doc's mansion was caused by Doc himself, which, again, that wouldn't be a shock. And, of course, to gather the insurance money. But Doc must have given his insurance money to his mother. So Biff wanted to send Joey alone to steal the money, but Joey was caught. Because you know who actually called the cops on Joey? Biff himself. Dun, dun, dun.
Wow.
And then Joey was convicted, and because he never revealed that he's not a squealer. He was never revealed to Biff and his gang. He was sentenced to jail for a long time. But this caused Joey to go crazy and started wearing clocks all over because the time that's because when he went to the Doc's house. Eventually, Joey became so crazy, they started wearing a time clock. Like a time clock.
Oh, like Flavor Flav.
Yeah. Like
Jesus.
Jinx.
Yep.
Started wearing a time clock. That's why you hear that tick-tock, tick-tock, tick. Thank you, Flavor Flav. And no, he did not. Flavor Flav. So Joey started getting that and started killing everybody that had any association with the McFlys. And because he wanted to get eventually to Doc Brown. So Joey the Time Killer, that's what it's called, goes around murdering people. And Doc is afraid that he's going to come murder me. Obviously, Marty and Jennifer are scared. Oh, no, what's going to happen? So we got to go back in time to prevent this. So they go back in the time machine to prevent this. But guess who's waiting for them at the DeLorean?
Biff.
No! Joey the Time Killer!
Oh, no.
Yes, and this time, Joey is going to slash. He goes around the murders. He's trying to attack them. Biff comes over to try to save the day. But guess what? Joey kills him too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Darn.
I know. Nobody was really sad about that part. Doc is just running around, and Marty too. And then Doc tried to escape. Like, oh my God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Suspense.
Yes.
What are we going to do?
So what happens?
So Joey the Time Killer comes over and decides to strike at Marty, and he kills him.
Oh.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
He kills
shit.
him.
Does he know that it's Marty, or?
He does not know.
Oh.
All he knows is that he's just so obsessed with his obsession. And then when Doc tells him, you just killed Marty, your favorite nephew, blah, blah. Joey the Time Killer goes, oh no, I should have not done that.
Oh no. What did I do?
What did I do? And he's like just obsessed with this and everything. And he goes, well, there is one way that you can prevent this, whatever. So Doc actually takes Joey the Time Killer in his time machine to go back to prevent everything from happening. But here's the thing. Man, Joey doesn't want to go. Because Joey still has that personal vendetta against the Doc. So he kills that Doc too. And then
he kills everybody.
He kills everybody.
The end.
Or do you think it's the end?
Or,
That's my story.
Yay.
Yay.
That's good.
Your turn.
My turn? Okay, so I didn't go nearly as in depth as you because honestly, I had a really hard time doing this. I was struggling. I have a basic idea in my head, but I have no idea how exactly I'd get from point A to point B. This is why I could never be a screenwriter. So to all of you guys that do this out there, major props to you. Oh, yeah. But my premise is so this would be as if the regular Back to the Future movie just didn't exist. And this would be a whole, different film. It would be Back to the Future, but it would just be a zombie movie. So basically the beginning is pretty much the same. Marty meets up with Doc Brown at the Twin Pines Mall, and you would just have less bits about George and Lorraine. So that premise wouldn't really be there as much because that's really not the problem area. And so Doc is shot by the terrorists for stealing the plutonium, and Marty ends up going in the DeLorean and is sent back to 1955, where he has to track down Doc Brown to help him get home. But while they're in 1955, Doc Brown, instead of working on his helmet that can read your thoughts, he's working on an experiment to clone Copernicus.
Ooh. Interesting.
So he's working on these little serums and all kinds of, weird experiments and shots and stuff. But when it's time to meet Doc at the lightning bolt at the clock tower, he rushes out of the door and picks up, a backpack or something, full of whatever, and he accidentally knocks over the serum, spilling something into something else, causing Doc to eventually give this to Copernicus, and it's not a cloning thing, it's like, some weird outbreak thing, and Copernicus gets, rabies and is biting people.
Nice.
But instead of, giving them rabies, they turn into zombies. But this happens slowly over time. It's because you have to have a 30-year span. So slowly through these 30 years, people are slowly turning into zombies. So Marty makes it back to Hill Valley 1985, but it's the zombie apocalypse.
Ooh.
And the only person that can help him is zombie Doc Brown.
Wow.
That's cool.
The end.
Yay!
Yeah, that's good.
That's all I got.
All right. Well, obviously, mine is not as in-depth as well, but it's kind of an idea.
Okay.
So you're Doc and Marty are both in the alternate 1985, and they find out George McFly has been murdered.
Bum, bum, bum.
So they go back in time to 1973, the year that George McFly was murdered. Come to find out, the McFlys were having a dinner party. And so they had to disguise themselves as different people because they're going to obviously recognize. So I think, how old is Marty in 73? I think like
8 years old.
8? Okay.
Yeah.
Because no, he's
no, he's like 5.
Yeah, 5.
He's like 5.
Yeah. So he's a kid. And everyone's at the McFly's house, blah, blah, blah. And so Doc and Marty disguise themselves. They show up. They see Biff is at the dinner party and his gang, because back then they were trying to make amends, even though Biff was, a millionaire at this point.
Right.
Or no, he hasn't won his first million yet because he bet on the horse race the same year.
That's right.
No,
Or
he
was
bet,
it no?
no, he bet on the
I'm
horse
confused.
race on his 21st birthday.
That's right, on his 20th. Okay. So 1973.
So he's rich by this point.
That's right. And everyone's there. And then all of a sudden there's a big thunderstorm and the power goes out, and then you hear a shot. Lights go on, George McFly is dead.
Oh.
So Doc and Marty missed their chance because they didn't know that was going to happen.
I want to see this movie.
Yeah, right? So now there's a huge investigation. Doc and Marty they're found that the police find out that they're actually Doc and Marty. So this whole thing unravels, and I don't have an end for this because, yeah.
Wait, you don't have an end?
No, I don't. I told you I don't have a beginning, middle, and end. Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, this was hard.
Yeah.
This was really hard to do because Back to the Future is such a iconic movie, and everyone and their mother knows what happens. It's really hard to try and change the story.
And the only people that know that Biff was the one that killed him was Doc and Marty, and they're taken into custody because their police are trying to figure out what the hell happened. How are they?
I own the police.
Exactly. So how are they going to go back in time when they're in jail? And nobody knows that. What am I trying to say? It could have been they suspect Lorraine, and so they suspect Biff, obviously. But then there was other people there, like Mr. Strickland, for some reason.
for some reason,
Just like everyone was there.
Goldie Wilson.
Exactly.
All the main supporting characters are there. That sounds really cool.
I want
I
to see
just
that
had to
movie.
tweak it a little bit, but yeah, that's the idea.
Todd wins.
No, I like the slasher one too.
I like the zombie one.
Thank you.
Yeah, we all like it. We want to hear your opinions, folks. So let us know what you guys think of our stories. And also, if you guys have any original ideas of what again, this is all just for fun.
Yeah.
If you have any original ideas
You
of what you
can't
think.
take this stuff too seriously.
Yeah, like maybe, I don't know, Back to the Future, I don't know, the
Like-
comedy or...
I mean, it
The
was a comedy.
musical.
Well,
You could
the
do.
music- well-
Obviously, there is the musical.
You know what? That's a good idea. We should make Back to the Future the musical. We
That's
should-
already a thing.
Oh, really? Shit.
You idiot.
Well, then there goes that plan.
Yeah, there goes that.
Yeah. I was just saying, like, we should do, like, musical numbers and everything like that. Somebody already get that? Oh, man, that sucks.
I can't even.
But, yeah, any other ideas you guys got out there, which should be fun. And, Anthony, you wanna say anything? Is he still giving me the silent treatment?
He's still giving you the silent treatment. I don't know what you did to piss him off,
I
but
don't know. He's there, right? That's him,
yeah,
right?
that's him.
Okay, that's cool. Well, I think that's him. Anyway, folks, the drugs are kicking in again, so I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, you definitely need to go to bed.
Yeah, you look wrecked.
I look wrecked, but folks, I am glad. We're glad to be back.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun doing the show. It was fun doing this show again, and it's one of the things that we're all very excited for is that this week we're actually going to be filming our little cameo scene for Project 85.
Yeah.
That's right. What scene do we have?
So we were originally coming up with like bloopers for like the Eric Stoltz cut when we had Ari and Poppy on the show the other week. But they were doing some thumbing over of all the parts, and they realized that there was a scene that had not been taken yet, and they asked us to do it. But I think we should leave it a surprise.
You think so?
Why, you want to blab? You want to tell everyone what scene we got?
Let's let Anthony say it. Anthony, you want to say it? Damn, still the silence. All right, we'll keep it as a surprise.
Yeah,
The only thing is that
surprise.
we're going to say is that it involves Anthony's favorite line.
That's right. So if you didn't hear our show about our top 5 favorite quotes from Back to the Future, go back, listen. It's the scene that has Anthony's all-time favorite line.
And that right there tells you everything.
Yep.
But yeah, we're going to be filming this. We are very excited about this. I think Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
We're going to be filming this, so we're going to be doing that. We're going to be as creative as possible, which means...
Yeah, because we do not have a lot of the props and things to go along with
But you
this,
know
but
what?
we'll improvise.
Some of my favorite things from Project 88 and well, some of the things that people do are the ones that are just simple.
Yeah.
The simple, the better. You don't need to be all like. I mean, yes, you have some of them people that do like animation, clay and everything like that, and it looks amazing. But the ones that are just the more simple are so much fun and,
Yeah.
and like, oh my god, that's so creative how they did that.
Sure.
And based on all of our stories, I think we can pretty much. I consider ourselves very creative people.
I think so.
Yeah.
We're an artistic bunch.
Yeah, so we're gonna come up with something really cool for you guys, so you guys can see us and do that stuff. Also, the big party is coming up soon, October.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my God, it's coming closer.
That's right.
There's a party. What?
The big Back to the Future anniversary.
Well, since we've started the show, we've tried to come up with ideas for a big live show on Future Day. But COVID has kind of ruined that in so many ways. So hopefully, we have 2 months. So hopefully by October.
To unite Future Day and Life Day together.
Happy Life Day.
Happy Life Day.
So we can have a Princess Leia and Jennifer Parker singing duet.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
You like that?
I'd watch that.
And then the weird dancing. Was it like a stripper that
we don't even
the hologram
know.
stripper and then baby Wookiees?
I think the best way to describe this is the way when my girlfriend I showed her Star Wars Holiday Special once, and I actually she's never seen this before, so I showed it to her at a public place because I wanted to be safe. I didn't want to get hurt, and I showed her this I literally just sat her down and I made her promise. You have to promise me you have to watch this film from beginning to end.
The entirety.
The entirety. There might be parts where you might want to. You will have the temptation to pull your eyes out. No, you have to watch the whole thing, and I especially wanted to see the part of the grandfather.
I don't remember this.
The part of the grandfather. The part of Chewbacca said when he's watching the film thing,
right.
And that's the part you're talking about.
Yeah.
And she comes over.
Yeah.
And the best way I can tell you is what she just literally looks at me and tells me, "What the fuck am I watching?"
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, God, he's going all over the place today. But yeah, I don't know. Either, depending on how things go in the world, we'll either do Future Day, or I was thinking we could always have a big bash on November 12th.
Either way, we'll figure something out. We're going to do something
cool.
cool.
Have a meetup with, any local Back to the Future fans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So.
Unite obviously, depending on how the world is.
That's right.
And,
Depending
we want to do something fun, but we want to do it safe.
Yes.
That's very important for us. So,
of course.
Other than that, folks, it is time for us to go because we need to come up with ideas.
Yes.
We need to come up with ideas for this movie. We're going to make you proud. We're going to make you happy. But most of all, it's going to be kicking ass.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mr. Todd, what do you got planned?
For today?
Yes, sir.
I'm going back to sleep.
That's good. Good for you. What about you, Miss Kayla?
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I got nothing. The wife is going to get her tattoo cover-up finished, so
fun.
She's doing that, and of course because of, COVID and all the CDC guidelines, I can't go with her.
Interesting. I have thought about getting a tattoo today as well.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding.
Today is a good day to get a tattoo.
No, but I probably will watch that Bob Gale thing. What's it called? Pizza delivery?
Oh my God.
Pizza
delivery.
Pizza Connections?
It was Pizza Film School.
Pizza Film School.
And everyone else should watch it too if you haven't yet.
I could go for some pizza too now.
Oh my God. You guys want to go get pizza?
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, we're gonna go get some pizza, folks. It's something I need to get over this damn sinuses. But other than that, folks, we love you. We missed you. We're glad we're back. Let us know what your thoughts, process of everything that you've heard of today.
All right, you just need to stop. Just stop.
Thanks, guys, for coming. And
whether it be the future or the past, we'll see you next time.
With sinuses.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to What the Flux. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at WhatTheFlux_pod. Please subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts and give us a 5-star rating. And be sure to recommend us to your other time-traveling friends.
Hasta la bye-bye!